Hello, hello, hello. I'm obviously in a good mood today because I've started off singing, which might be a strange thing to do, but welcome. What we are going to do now is what we're calling the 5-minute actor. And if you have any questions about any of the podcast episodes that we've done so far, you can just jump onto my site or you can write to me at nick@nickdunning.com. You can communicate with me. These things happen, they work. Apparently email is very useful, and you can send it to that particular, this particular address there, nick@nickdunning.com, and I'll answer any questions that you have about episode 1 or episode 2, which are both out now. And this is episode 3. And this one, you can write here. You can have a look over here. If you haven't got the podcast yet, you can sign up for it at this particular website. So today, episode 3, we're going to call this rewriting or refilming from the inside out. Your brain is an incredibly powerful machine. It does incredible things. It acts very much like a projector. And whatever movie you're running inside your mind, that's the movie that you start to see out there in your world. So you can begin to understand that it's probably quite useful to be able to do things like visualize things that are working really well for you. I'm sure you could agree with me on that. Sean Brennan has just said hello, and I'm going to pop her in there. Sean, how lovely to see you. That's so fantastic. Oh, how lovely to see you. Don't you look great? Now, that's lovely. Thanks, Sean. Lovely to hear you. And I've got 5 or 6 people on. This is great. Tell your friends, guys. All gone bouncing ahead. So anyone else wants to try out the, you might be able to find out if you want to send a comment in, or if you're not sure how to do that, Sean will probably be able to tell you because she knows she has the power. So what we're going to look at is, again, we're looking into visualization, the ways that you can actively make this stuff work for you. Okay? And as your brain works as this kind of extraordinary projector, you can begin to imagine that every movie that you flow through you begins to show up in your world. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, I don't know. But think of it this way. Maybe you have maybe you're telling yourself, life is dreadful, I never get any work. Maybe you're telling yourself, my agent hates me, I'm not working. Maybe you're thinking, life is difficult, whatever it is. Okay? All of that is the movie that you're putting out there into the world. And the great thing that we have, because we've been given this, is this wonderful thing called choice. Did you know this? Yes, we have choice. So what I want you to think of now, today, is to start with, just take 3 major goals that you've got that you think would be really powerful, that you'd like to really work on as an actor. Let's say the first one could be, for example, I want to be self-taping regularly, right? Or maybe you have a big goal, like I want to win an Oscar. Let's say we've got the Oscar season. Well done, Killian. What can we say? All go. And fantastic news for everybody out there in Ireland as well at the moment. It's just amazing news for all of us over here. It's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And congratulations to Ed Guiney and to everybody, and Andrew Lowe and everyone at Element Pictures. Just the most amazing things. 4 Oscars, 5 Oscars in overnight. Isn't that brilliant? So, you see, if you want to win an Oscar, you've got to have this in your head. You've got to start thinking that way. You've got to start believing that it's possible for you to win the Oscar. And that is true. So take these 3 goals that you've got. Let's say you've got 3 goals. The first one is about self-taping. Maybe you have one about your agent. Maybe you need to change your agent. Let's say you've got a new goal about, I want to change my agent. Begin to see yourself now as having the most fantastic agent you could possibly have, right? And let's now start to make, choose one of those. And let's choose one that we can all agree on. Let's choose one about self-taping, okay? Let's say that the self-taping that you might have is, I self-tape and every job I self-tape for I get. Would you all quite like that? Would that work for you? If it does, drop me a line in the comments, let me know. Because when you actively comment on this, you start to engage your brain. When you engage your brain, you engage your ability to be able to create work. That's what happens. So it's worth it. Am I right, Sean? Sean will write back now, right? So that's the kind of thing we're talking about. And now what I want you to do is to do the thing that all actors do. You make believe. We play. We make believe. And when you make believe that these words, these phrases are true, you begin to live them. You feel them. You experience them in your body. This is what you do naturally. So let's have something like self-taping works really well for me. Let's say we're going to have something like, my agent loves it when I call her up. Let's have something like, I am now with the best agent I've ever been with in my life, and they are putting me up for job after job after job. Okay? And now you've got to start believing this. And you don't have to do this in any kind of like fancy way. Just come in with some, here says Sean, she says, that would be fabulous. It would, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be great? The more you can convince your brain, the more you can tell your body, the more you can tell your mind that this is true and this is what you want, the more likely you are to get this. Can you see how that it's just an acting job. It's like, I mean, remember you're acting. When you're actively engaged in the character, people believe you more, don't they? It's the same thing. So maybe you choose something like self-taping always works for me and start saying it to yourself like you mean it. And if you have a little bit of you that's going, yeah, but I haven't worked for 6 months, that's a load of shit, Nick. I don't buy this. It's just crap, right? Which you might have going on. Or you might have, some ancestral voice that's telling you, that it's impossible. Or you might have something that's kind of just getting in the way. Some little thought from somewhere. Just park those to one side and try this. Just try saying something that you know is true. Now, my name is Nick Dunning, right? I know that that is true. And when I say my name is Nick Dunning, I know that is true. And so it resonates in a particular way. And it sounds in a particular way. It feels in a particular way inside my body. So take the phrase that you want. Let's say self-taping always works out for me. Or I am improving my self-taping results if you're not ready to go super high yet. All right? Every self-tape I'm doing, I'm improving and getting better and better. But first of all, say, my name is whatever your name is, right? And speak it like you mean it, because you do, right? And now take that phrase, whatever phrase you're saying to yourself, and make it sound like my name is Nick Dunning. Self-taping really works for me. Self-taping is a joy. Self-taping is magnificent, or whatever your chosen belief is. Do you get the idea? You see what we're doing? What we're actively doing is encouraging your brain to start to really embody, feel, see, hear these beliefs inside you right now. Now, there's probably a little bit of you that's going, I'm not sure about this. And that's fine too. But what we're going to be doing tomorrow or in the next episode, I'm going to be sharing with you how you make this stuff work. Can you begin to imagine yourself going to sleep at night, dreaming about the idea that self-taping always works for you in the same tone of voice that you tell yourself your name is Nick Dunning, or whatever your name is. Don't say my name is, because that wouldn't work for you. But you know what I'm saying, right? Choose your own name. The reason we do this, I want to give you a little bit of the NLP about this, because when you have the sights, the sounds, and the feelings of all of your modalities, your going on, the brain codes it in a particular way inside your body. When you have that going on inside of you, And it comes from a place of truth. It comes from a place of integrity, a place where you just know it's 100% real. Then when you start putting in a new belief inside, like, I always win at self-taping. Self-taping always brings me good results. When it sounds, looks, and feels the same, your brain just goes, yeah, I can begin to take this on board. Oh, I see. That's what you want me to do, is it? Oh, well, that's going to be great. Let's play this. Let's play this one out. And tomorrow, or the next time I do the episode, I'm going to show you another way that you can use this to deepen this. I'm going to make it even more true, which is really, really powerful. So just begin to start thinking about that as you dream at night. As you go to sleep tonight, just begin to allow those thoughts just to move around inside your brain. And begin to believe them, because they are true, are they not? Okay? Thanks, guys. Drop me a line, nick@nickdunning.com. And if you haven't signed up for the podcast, do sign up now. You can go to nickdunning.com down here, and you can sign up for the 5-Minute Actor. See you guys soon. Take care. Goodbye.